Hello guys, welcome to CRNT Designer Chaitanya. In this tutorial, we are going to learn the texturing process for the Katana Sword. Basically, this is the second part of the making Katana Sword in Blender 2.9. And in this part, we will create two textures, one will be for the blade and another texture for the handle. If you didn't watch the last part, then please watch it. I will give the link of that tutorial in the description box. So please watch it. And before moving toward the tutorial, if you didn't subscribe my YouTube channel, then please subscribe it and turn on the notification bell icon. Now let's get started. So we will create a procedural texture for our blade and handles. First we will create a procedural texture for our blade. So open the file and select your blade like this and then go to the shade tab. Okay, so here we have principal BSDF, you can see, and just you need to increase the metallic up to 9 and decrease the roughness up to 0.1. and 0.9 will be the metallic value. Okay, fine. You can increase this all the way 1 also. Then add a mix RGB like this and connect this to the roughness. Now we need to add color ramp. So add color ramp and connect this color ramp to the second input or first input, any input of the mix RGB, because we will add two color ramps right there. So add one more color ramp and then connect this color ramp to the mix RGB. Now we need to add texture. So first we will add the magic texture. So add a magic texture and connect this to the color ramp. Then you can see the difference because of the magic texture. Then press Ctrl T if your node triangular turn on, then connect that object to the vector of the mapping. So you can see in the screen we got this magic texture and it's look pretty well. Now you can play with this magic texture, you can change its values. So increase the depth and just decrease its scale. So 2 is fine. Then you can play with the color ramp also. It's totally in your hand. Then add one more texture and then this is the mouse curve texture and connect this to the second color ramp. Okay, like this. And now you just need to increase its details. So increase the details up to 15 and decrease the dimensions all the way 0. So you can see the effect of the mouse curve texture. Then you just need to decrease this value something 1.5 will work better. 1.5, 1.4, it's fine. You can see it's look pretty well. The texture looks pretty well, and that's why we got this roughness on our blade. Then press Ctrl T, so because if your node triangular is turned on, then just connect that object to the vector of the mapping, and you can see we got here pretty well texture. Now just adjust this node as in proper manner and you can see the blade looks pretty well. Now add a bump map right there and just connect that bump map to the normal like this, and then just we need to add one more texture, one more color ramp right there. Add a color ramp and we will create a little bit scratches kind of texture on this sword. So add a color ramp and connect this to the height input of your bump map like this. Then we need to add one more texture and this will be the Warnock texture. So add a Warnock texture and connect this the color output to the factor input of your color ramp. So you can see we got this scratches here, and just we need to play with these scratches. So you can play with the color ramp also. You can slide the sliders so you can adjust the scratches amount and their intensity also, and just decrease the strength of this bump map also, so you will get the better look. So just decrease the strength of the bump map and then press Ctrl T for the mapping node and texture coordinate node. Okay, and you can see we got the better look on this sword blade. Now we need to add one more texture right there, and that will be the noise texture. So add a noise texture and place this noise texture in between the texture coordinate and mapping node of the bump map of the scratches texture. And it will take a time, and you can see we got the difference in noise there in these scratches. So you can increase the scale up to 10 and you can adjust the roughness also. And you can play with the distortion, all those things, so to get the better look. Okay, it's look pretty well. Now we need to add the one more node, and that is the mix RGB node. So add a mix RGB node and connect this object to the vector of the noise texture. Then in the second input of the mix RGB, we will connect the object one more time to the mix RGB, second input of the mix RGB. It takes little bit time because the procedural texture is little bit heavy. Then connect this object output to the second input of your mix RGB, and you can see the result of this blade. It will take time, so you can see the difference, and we can adjust now the noise texture and the bump scratches texture which we have created by using the Warnock texture. So that's why I have added here mix RGB to handle the noise texture pretty well. And our sword blade looks decent, and you can see by scrolling your mouse wheel. And if you want to play with this texture, then you can play, and you can add, if you have any other normal map of any other texture, then you can add the normal map also. But here I'm not going to add any normal map, I will keep it as it is. Just you need to arrange these values. You can increase the metallic value up to 1 for different, not too much different, for more metalness. And the sword blade looks pretty well. Now I will go to the layout mode and here change it to the shader, and you can see if you want to take a screenshot, then you can take the screenshot of this screen, but I will show the image. I will show the screenshot of this, so you can create such kind of node setup for your texture like this. So now we will create texture for our handle. So select the handle and go to the shade tab, and just we need to increase this metallic value, not the subsurface scattering, just we need to increase the metallic value. So increase the metallic value like this, and you keep one thing that you need to decrease that subsurface scattering value also. Just add a mix RGB for the color, and we will mix two colors to get that gold color. So one will be the yellow, light yellow, and another will be the light orange color. You can see like this, and here we have got this golden color. Now we can decrease the roughness also to check that it looks like a metal, but we will use the color node setter for that. So add a color ramp and connect it to the roughness value, roughness input of the principal BSDF. Then add one more time the mouse graph texture right there and connect this to the color ramp. Then just you need to decrease the scale something 2 and increase detail 15 and dimension decrease 0, and this value you can decrease something 1.5 at 1.5. Then control T if your node wrangler is add-on, then connect the object to the vector. You will get the texture coordinate and mapping node. So you can see the difference because of this mouse graph texture. Then we will add the noise texture here to add a little bit noise in this mouse graph texture. Then we will add mix RGB to handle this mouse graph texture, no, not mouse graph texture, this noise texture. So here I have added one mix RGB, and I will connect this object to the second color input of our mix RGB, so we can handle this noise texture and the mouse graph texture also. And you can play with this color ramp also. If you decrease the white value and convert it white value, then you can see you will get more metallicness, more shine. And if you decrease the black value, then you will get the more roughness. And you can play with the color ramp also. Then we will add one more texture, and that will be for our bump map, and add a bump map and connect this bump map to the normal. Then add a color ramp right there and connect that color ramp input to the height, color ramp output to the height input of your bump map like this. And then we will add one more texture, and that will be our noise texture. So add a noise texture, and it will take a little bit time, because when you start to create the procedural texture, your file gets more heavy. Okay, so it will take time, and I have put something for render in another Blender software. Okay, now just we need to decrease the strength of our bump map like this and increase the detail up to 15, and you can see this noise all around our handle. Then you can play with the detail value also, scales. So decrease its scale, then press Ctrl T for mapping and texture coordinate node. Then we will do same step. We need to connect the object to the vector. When we connect the object to the vector, that time we can use this texture for any other object and it will work same, means you don't need to worry about the UVs in this case. If you connect the object to the vector, you will get the same texture around your object. That's why we need to connect the object to the vector. And it takes a little bit time, and you can see the difference when we connect the object to the vector. Okay, like this. And you can see we got the pretty much good noise texture on our handle. And you can play with the color ramp also. You can see that bump map effects on our handle, and we got this noise texture. If you increase the strength of your bump map, then you can see we will get the more noise on our, means more hard noise on our handle. So just place this node setup very well, and I will show you the node setup here. And you can see the node setup for this handle texture. You can play with these nodes and you can create an amazing texture from it. Thanks for watching. If you like this tutorial, then hit that like button and subscribe my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Instagram and you can buy my 3D models on CG Trader and Gumroad. So bye bye, see you in the next video. Take care.